It's Powerback time on the Gutsy Podcast. Each week we bring you 5 minutes of condensed inspiration to reclaim the courage and momentum you've given away. You've got big things to do, so let's get your power back. This week's Powerback is all about taking control of your thoughts, because what you think is what you feel, and what you feel is what you do. Oh, the entrepreneurial brain. I'd place a bet that you have some pretty rogue ideas when you're in the car or in the shower, or your brain kicks on at the oh-so-convenient time of 3 a.m. when you're just minding your own business, like in the middle of sleeping, and then, pa-dam, I have an idea, or I need to think about something. You're constantly thinking about what to do next, mulling over the things you've already done. Sound familiar? Yeah, I can relate because I do the same thing too. I often feel like even though I live in this world, there is an entirely different universe that happens inside of my head. It's the place where some of my most brilliant ideas come from, but it's also one of the darkest places because it's where I tell myself things that no one else would ever say to me. And I most certainly wouldn't say these things to other people either. Ironically, right before recording this episode, I popped onto Facebook, and ironically, a good friend and amazing client, Alex Sinkovich from the Dapper DJs, posted a quote, and I have to share this with you. The quote says, "It's easy to spot a yellow car when you're always thinking about a yellow car. It's easy to spot an opportunity when you're always thinking of an opportunity. It's easy to spot reasons to be mad when you're always thinking about being mad. Because you become what you constantly think about. The mind is a powerful manifestation tool. Because where you invest your energy and the thoughts that you tell yourself on a regular basis quite literally become your reality. For instance, if you are looking at your stack of bills thinking, I'm never going to get out of this mess is completely overwhelming, I'm always going to feel like I'm never going to get ahead, and this is just how it's always going to be. It's really difficult to bring your head above the water and look around and see the opportunities that may literally be sitting right in front of you, like reaching out to past clients or engaging with people on social media. Your opportunities are often going to be in the direction that your head is facing. So if you're constantly looking down, you're going to miss some really valuable things that are literally right around you. I'll also remind you, though, that having a down moment or having these thoughts are completely normal. If you need to feel down today, then feel down today. Give it the space, let it do its thing, and then let that shit go. And in the upswing, if you're constantly thinking about what's possible, at Works we always talk about playing in the space of what if. This is where we're brainstorming, thinking about what's possible. If we had a magic wand, how would these things play out? The most important part of playing in the space of what if is not getting wrapped up in the details, the how-to, how can we, when will we. Ideas love to play in a space where there's no boundaries. There's definitely going to be a time and a place where you got to figure out all the logistics, for sure. But when you can see the possibilities and not get bogged down by all the logistics of how to make things happen, you can really start to create a path that once may have seemed completely impossible. This week, I want you to take your power back by recognizing your thoughts when they're happening and rerouting them in the moment. Yes, this is absolutely going to take some practice because the rabbit hole of thoughts is absolutely real. It can be a pretty slippery slope going from feeling on top of the world to questioning everything that you ever done simply because you got an email from a pissed off client or you saw a competitor is doing something that you wish you would have done, or the questions like, did I do a good enough job? Did I overstep my boundaries? Did I say too much? Did I say something that's going to upset someone? Those thoughts are one of the top reasons that people don't pursue their dreams and ideas. Because when you stay in that space, that's what you're going to create more of. Instead of spiraling out of control, take a mental step back. Ask yourself, what is real and what is true? Remind yourself of the progress that you have made and create a plan on how you're going to handle it. One of the best ways that I have found to get outside of my head is quite literally to vocalize it. Sometimes I say it out loud to myself, or sometimes I'll go to trusted friends or family and tell them how I'm feeling. When I start to say them out loud, I almost chuckle because I realize how ridiculous the things that I've created in my head actually sound. And sometimes these are real problems, real actual things that you need love and support to go through. The worst thing you can do is keep it inside your head, and the greatest gift you can give yourself is leaning on someone who knows and understands. What you think about yourself and the situation dictates how you feel, and how you feel is typically how you react. If you take control of your thoughts, you can take control of your situation. Join me next Tuesday on the Gutsy Podcast as we talk about finding your tribe. These are the so amazing people that you don't feel like you have to pick up when they show up unannounced. Yoga pants and leftovers will do. These people are your greatest cheerleaders and are always, always willing to stand on the front line with you. Until then, follow us along on Instagram and Facebook at The Gutsy Podcast, or you can follow along my shenanigans on Instagram at ThatLauraOra. See you next time.